So step one, remove your beadlock ring, set your bolts aside, install your TPMS or your valve stem. So you're going to want to make sure your valve stem's installed or your TPMS. Grab your tire here, and you're going to make sure you got the direction of your tire figured out, how you want to run it. This one's not directional, but the sidewall is different on the inner and outer bead. So this is going to be the outside of the tire. We're going to lubricate the inside. Just some soapy water. And we're just going to drop this over, paying attention to that valve stem location. Wheel is on our tire. We're going to suspend it in the air with a bucket. Just like that. We're going to want to make sure is that our bead is sitting on the inside of this flange. If you look over here, it's not sitting correctly. You got tire flashing here. You want to make sure that's inside the ring. Just like that, right? You don't want any tire flashing protruding from the bead. Wheels are all double drilled for the beadlock holes. If you are reusing these wheels and you have some threads that are messed up, you can always transfer them over to the next holes or buy replacements from our website. Step is we're going to put some lubrication on our tire bead while we set in our beadlock ring. You'll notice this ring has knurling on here to grip the tire better, as well as there's knurling on the wheel itself too to hold the inside. So we're just going to line this up with the holes that we're going to use. Using our washers in every hole. Next, you're going to take the supplied hardware. This is all grade 8 zinc coated, 3/8, 16 inch and a quarter in length. And you just want to go in a star pattern, starting all these bolts by hand. It's not the time to use an impact. Move the ring a little bit, tire a little bit to get them to settle. We're going to run around with a socket wrench, just making sure everything's working good, everything's nice and free, there's no resistance on any of these bolts. Just working in a star pattern. We're going to begin once the ring is all sucked down and flush, you can visually look inside the wheel and make sure there's no gap down there. And then you'll be good to go onto your pre-torque, which is about 10 foot-pounds. You can work your way up to 20 foot-pounds, working in a star pattern, and you're gonna have to do it a few times because as you start torquing, it's gonna loosen up the other areas. Next, we're gonna stand the tire up, we're gonna remove the valve stem core and put some air in this thing. So now, we're gonna remove our cap. We're gonna use your core removal tool. And we're going to remove our core and set that aside. And you're good to put air in this. So what you want to do is you want to air it up until you hear or see this inner bead seat completely. And then you can release some air pressure to your desired PSI. We can remove this and put our core back in. You got to do it kind of fast though. So now with maintenance, after your first wheeling trip or a few hundred miles, you're going to want to go back through and retorque all these beadlock bolts along with your lug nuts, okay? With any aftermarket wheels, you will usually need lug nuts. This takes a 60-degree acorn, be sold by Gorilla Automotive or any aftermarket lug nut. And with general maintenance of your vehicle, you're going to want to keep checking these things periodically as you do maintenance to ensure you get the best performance possible. What you'll notice on these wheels, the valve stem's protected, it's deep inside in this casting. And then also this ring has these weep holes designed to let water and debris escape so you don't leave any residue on your wheels. I hope you found this video informative. Get out there and use these things. That's what they're made for.